There you go. Hi, Sunshine. How are you?
Hi everybody.
Hi, everyone. So, welcome to Take Care Tuesday again with the malfunctions. We figured it out quicker. So, I just want to welcome everyone to the third episode of Take Care Tuesday. This is where
Woohoo!
we really just unpack what it looks like to take care of yourself. We all do it differently. It all means something different to all of us. We've talked to some amazing guests, male, female, and now I want us to welcome Ashley Walden-Davis. And I'm going to have her introduce herself like I always do. Ashley, introduce yourself as if you were bigging up someone that you admire, love, and appreciate.
Hi Varsi, thank you so much for having me on today. My name is Ashley Walden-Davis. I am the founder and executive director of Unlock Creative Enterprises, that is composed of Unlock Creative Coaching and Management Solutions LLC, a consulting firm. Unlock Creative Foundation Inc., where we subsidize all of our services for people of color. And then I am also the founder and president of the National Black Women Creative Cooperative. So all of my work is about building power and wealth for Black women creatives. So
Yes.
why am I in a bathing suit? And why do I look like where I am? I am in Kauai. Right now on my one of 2 weeks in Hawaii. And it's ironic because I actually did not plan to take care today here, but I think it's actually perfect because I
Yep.
am here taking care of myself. So thank you so much, Barcy, for having me.
So you see, it took her about 10 minutes to introduce herself, which means she's busy. She could make all the excuses in the world to not be in Hawaii, to not pour into herself, right? To choose everyone before her. But I really want to dig into what does that look like for you? How did this trip come about? Why is it important? How often do you take these trips? Talk to us.
Well, again, thanks for the question. Folks who knows me, my number one passion is travel. But post or during COVID, I made a decision that the first trip I was going to do was to Hawaii. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm just going to do. So one thing I feel like that motivates me to get through all my work is having a trip because that helps. So whenever that was, over a year ago, I said I was going. And the other day, I have to say that I was in the water overlooking, like, the beach and a cliff, and I was just like, yes, I did it, because I feel like that's my treat to myself. Like,
Yeah.
trips are treats for me. And so I've always been taking trips since I was able. I love road trips, I love air trips, any way to get away, but I love being near the water because I'm all fire sign, so I need that water to cool me down. So that's, I said I was gonna do it, and I did it. And I have other trips on my bucket list. So hey, y'all can DM me. Let's go.
DM me, let's go. Okay, so you said you were going to do it and you did it. Were there things that made it challenging to make this trip happen along the way?
Yes. So for folks who don't know, I have a lot of life transitions. So a lot of reasons that some people would have been like, oh, I'm not going. But that's just not me. I buy my plane tickets early because then it's very hard to back out because they really don't hardly like to give you money back. So that's one thing I do. And then I plan the rest and make it happen. I'm on a momcation. So I have a little son. Well, he's not so little anymore, but a son, an elementary school age son, and he is with his grandparents. So I think this is going to be an annual tradition. Pre-COVID, he would go stay with them for a month. So while he's with the grandparents and they're getting that lovey time, mama gets to go have some fun as well.
I love that. I love that. So tell us about like some things that you have to say no to in order to take care of yourself.
Well, sometimes I just have to put the phone on do not disturb. So
Mm,
I just have to not take phone calls. And I like to be very responsive, but I like to, I have a matrix of how I make decisions about what is important and what are his priorities right now.
mm,
So if some things that people ask me to do isn't in alignment with that, I don't do them. So like this, the week you asked me to do this, I couldn't do it because I was like,
Yeah.
this just is not something, like I was preparing for the trip. I had to finish a bunch of client work, but I
Yeah.
wanted to do it. So also just not now. So it's also being communicative with people like, I can't do it right now, but maybe later. I can't be on this board right now, but in a year or 6 months or 2 weeks later, come see me. So I'm usually not a person that necessarily says no, but like not right now, but circle back to me. And I tell my coaching clients who, if they're watching, I'd be like, circle back to me. You can circle back to me. That's okay. So I do that a lot.
I love that. That's a sneaky way of not saying no. You keeping hope alive. You still saying no. Just a no for now. A no for now.
I know
Maybe
for right
a yes
now.
later.
Yes.
Okay, I'm curious. I know some other people are probably curious. What's up with that metrics you talked about? What is that? Break that down.
Oh, okay. So, well, my consulting clients will know I talk about this. So two things. One, I call a decision making matrix, which is like who makes what decisions. So in your job, that can be like the ED, the board, whatever. But in your home, it could be like the mom, the dad, the kid. Like who makes what decisions? Auntie. And so with the criteria, for example, okay, this is a typical thing. Okay, is it making me money? Like, is it making me money? Is it in alignment with my values? Is someone asking me? The relationship is important. So the person who's asking me, is that important? And then, like, is it amplifying my visibility? And I think those are general ones that can be nuanced because who fits in that category is different from everyone. So for example, like you asked me varsity, so I was going to do it and I wasn't going to say no because it's you know,
Oh,
so yes, you're going to do it. But just like, if it's a client that, you know, maybe a client that, you know, financially is supportive or a funder, yes, I'm going to say yes because that's like a priority in the matrix. And sometimes you do it for different reasons. So maybe I won't make a lot of money, but I like just love the person. I'm going to do it. But it's a way to look at and navigate those, making those decisions about what to take and what not to take. And then I'll just say, to break that down a little bit more, is during certain seasons, right, some things are more important. So at certain seasons where amplifying your brand and yourself might be really important, and maybe some seasons where relationship is very important. So you can actually think about that. And sometimes, you know, making money, you got to eat. So sometimes making money is important. So what your focus
yeah.
for that quarter is actually just doing things that make money. So like you might can't do a whole lot of free things at that time, or things that take away from the things that make money. So that it changes, but you have a way to look at that and make that decision without just saying yes or no. You can actually kind of be a little bit more thoughtful about why am I making it and in what season.
I like that. So I'm hearing the decision making metrics changes based on the season you're in or the needs that you have, right? And then I'm also hearing sometimes it's driven by joy and sometimes it's driven by income.
Yeah, and then for some people it may be other things like they're raising their visibility. And I say that in whatever way, right? Because that
Mm-hmm.
can be in your professional life, raising your visibility, like your new friends, people you want to meet, and your personal life and your professional life, being on a conference. So it really depends. So I do like those categories because they translate very well. Like if you've been in a
Yeah,
hole for 2 years, like post COVID, I'm trying to see everybody. I want to see
right.
all my friends. I ain't seen them.
I'm
That
trying
is
to
a
be seen
priority
too.
right
I
there.
want people to
Yeah,
see me.
and we'll see, I'm alive. Thank you, Jesus. So I think, yeah, so those categories, I like those categories in the little rubric because it just kind of helps you think about it. And I think people may do it in their brain because, okay, I don't literally put every opportunity in that, but I do
Right.
have like a little tool. So if y'all want the tool, hit me. But I have a little tool, but I don't need to put it in a tool because it's like in my brain. But
Yeah.
maybe in the beginning, you do need to put it in a tool. If you're a person that feels like you say yes to everything or you say no to everything, you can really think about to yourself, well, why am I saying no? Would it be better if I say yes to this opportunity, or is this an opportunity that I should be saying no to?
Yeah. I love that. So it reminds me when you talked about like it kind of goes through your brain is I have this thing in my brain that I call my peace filter, right? So like I'm a
Mm.
recovering people pleaser. So
Aren't we all?
so
Kind of, sort of.
yeah. So when I was like setting up boundaries and trying to figure out what serves me because I'm so used to serving people, right? I kind of have to reprogram my brain. Now it's like, okay, I have to put it through my peace filter. Does it bring me peace? Does it serve me first? And selfish, self-care, taking care, whatever, right? Synonyms, whatever. Does it bring me peace? Does it bring me joy, right? And there's some questions that I would ask myself, and boxes need to be checked in order for me to move in a certain direction. So it sounds like your decision-making metrics is kind of has the same thing.
Yes, and I just think it goes with my mind and how I roll to like organize it that way because I'm very much like an operations person. So that's like in my mind how I talk about it. But yes, I love your peace filter. That's much gentler language.
Listen, it's just coming from the spaces we're in, right? You're very
Yeah.
technical and like analytical in that way sometimes. I think, and for me, I'm like, okay, let me be very basic and what's the easiest thing to understand and chew on. So that's just, we say the same thing in a different way. That's what I love about us.
Oh yes.
So okay, so you're in Hawaii right now, right? Big trip,
Yes.
2 weeks. You got the sun with the grandkids, but at home in Atlanta, how are you taking care of yourself on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis?
Okay, so because I like systems and they help me. So one of the things we put into place maybe a year ago is Thursday night was my self night, like my mommy self, ladies night, whatever you want to call. Friday night date night, Saturday wild card, and Sunday family day. So
Okay.
doing that kind of helps a cadence of like making time for my friends, still making
Yeah.
time for my child. So little routines and schedules help me. For some people like don't like the plan, but they do like my morning routine, having my Bible time, having my meditation time before I talk to folks or doing my walk. I have a monthly reminder to like recheck how you're eating in your body. I don't do it every month, but it's up there. It's gonna remind. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna go like 3 months because it's a reminder. So I do systems because they help me to remember. And then one thing that
Mm-hmm.
I love is being near water. So I have my wellness kit. So folks who come through the Creative Flowers program will know in our self-investment plan, the number one thing we work on is our wellness kit. So I use my own wellness kit when I'm very stressed out. What are the things in my wellness kit? And I have my accountability friends like, hey, you go by the water, Ashley? Have you been by the water? Did you like put your candles on? Did
Mm-hmm.
you read the kind of books you like? So that having that wellness kit too and drawing on that wellness kit when I'm in high stress times, but also I try to say do one thing every day, even if it's a small thing like my prayer or journal, one thing every day that kind of like grounds me and help me be well. So I
Yeah.
try to practice what I preach. Sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes all it is like reading the Bible verse that comes on Bible.com. That's not what I want it to be, but sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
that, but I want it to be more things. And then like I'm here, it's lots of things, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like days full of
Stuff
all the things.
overflow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but trying to do those things, one or two things every day that kind of ground you. For some of my clients, it's like their tea. They do their tea time in the
Yeah.
morning and they get up a little earlier so they don't have to jump right on call. So what you need to kind of keep you grounded and I think help you pace through your weeks, it's
Oh,
a
I
day
like
by
that.
day and week by week.
I like that. Okay, is this an actual like caboodle, like a kit?
So it's actually you build your own wellness kit. So the self-investment plan. So if you coach with us at Unlock or you coach with us individually or you're part of the Creative Flowers Sister Circle programs, we in our self-investment plan, it's kind of like if you think of it, it's like a program, but we guide folks into building their own wellness kit. But when we so fancy, we would love to send people wellness kits too. But it's building it because each person is unique. And what I tell folks is to maybe have your list of all the things that make you well
Okay.
and then put it somewhere where you would see it. So if that's your closet, your bathroom, because everyone's house is different. So you every day pick a thing from that list and do.
Yeah.
So that's the wellness kit. It's your own
Ah, I
personal.
like
So
that.
it could be like your tea for you if you're a person that
Yeah.
drinks tea or whatever. You could actually have physical things, but sometimes it's like listen to ocean music. Like that's
Yeah.
me. Like listen to ocean
Yeah.
music. That's not a thing, right? But it's like when I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, I can go do that, and that's helpful.
Yeah. I love that too because I think too people think that taking care of yourself requires money. It has to be a massage or a facial or a trip, or that it takes hours out of your day, right?
Yep.
And you can pour into yourself for 5 minutes and it be a reset or a programming of just setting that intention, meditating, journaling, playing ocean music, stretching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is for you, it doesn't have to be an abundance of time and abundance of resources.
Well, and that's why I tell folks to write them down, because I can't always
Yeah.
have all the things right. Like if it's a massage and you're in a tight place, but you never know too, because you might get a free massage. But literally
Yeah.
writing them out of what's available to you at the time, like
Right.
what's available to you.
Yeah.
And most people's wellness kits that when we go over them have lots of free things that are just in their house that they
Yeah.
have, or like you do your own little pedicure and paint your toenails. That's a thing,
Yeah.
and you could do it for free. Like, yeah, great, you could go somewhere and get a pedi and mani, but you could just do it at home, and that still makes you feel better. Like that you did that, you soaked your feet, you got in the bathtub, like those things. You just
Yeah.
burnt your candle, which thank you, Varsity, because you've given me things, and I didn't use my bath bombs and my candles.
Okay.
So you helping my wellness kit.
Okay, honey. I'm here for it. Listen.
Thank you.
And that's such a good point too, because like sometimes everyone's version of taking care of themselves is different, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
me and my best friend were talking, hers is getting her hair done, manicures.
Mm-hmm.
That drains me. I feel like those are like maintenance care. I don't enjoy getting my nails done. I like the outcome of getting them done, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, it's soaking in the tub with the dim light.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think soaking in your own in your own bathwater is gross. You know, so it's
Yeah.
different for everyone. And I also love what you touched on of that. Hey, maybe you gave me some things I wouldn't have thought of before, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like having this is the reason why I have this IG live to get inspiration from others of wait a minute, there's no cookie cutter way to take care of myself, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
what am I into? What brings me joy? And trying to be intentional about doing more of that. Yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I love that. Okay. So to end this out, if you could leave our viewers with
Mm-hmm.
something inspirational or empowering for them,
Mm-hmm.
something that's maybe helped you,
Okay.
what would you say?
Well, I think if you search me, I'm going to say this all the time. Number one is believing, envisioning, imagining what you want. So your peace, your life, your joy, nothing existed that someone didn't dream up first. So I
Yeah.
keep this book. I got it. Somebody gave it to me. Actually, my theater professors gave it to me in undergrad, and it's Dream Big or
Mm,
Think Big. And I just offer folks to don't edit your own dreams and thoughts in your mind. Don't even
mm.
edit them before they're out in the world. So just think all the things that you
Yeah.
want, and then it will manifest. So that's the same with your peace. Like, what is your ideal day? Don't say, well, my ideal day can't exist. Well, my ideal day that I was just going to be up at my own timeshare in Hawaii looking across. Well, I've been
There you
dreaming this
go.
for a while, but
Yes.
it's manifested itself and in a time and place that I never could imagine. But if you don't even think in or dream it, it's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
I just imagine, dream, manifesting is real. And in any scientific and religious, all whatever you believe, I'm a follower of Jesus. They say the same thing. Like you confess with your tongue and you say your future. They literally all say that. So
Yes.
you have to do that. So manifest it, dream big. What you're thinking in your mind can't happen. It can happen. And so one, start thinking it and then start telling people about it, because then it'll make it happen. So I hope that was what you were looking
That
for, Varsi.
that was beautiful. The power of the mind is not a joke. Yeah,
Yes.
and I would challenge you all to just manifest, just envision it, whatever it is, even something small, something big, and really believe it and see if it works out.
Um, thank you so much for having me today. Thanks for folks who are watching. And
Uh,
funny, I have to say funny
yeah,
to folks who are watching and be like, I never seen Ashley this dressed down. This is what vacation Ashley looks like. So you
vacation
might not ever
Ashley.
see it again, depending on who you are. So this
Ah,
is
I
what
love it. You
vacation
got
Ashley looks like. And yes, This is fun. I'll come back recharged, ready to jump into all you all's work. So
Yes.
thank you
And
for
be the
having me,
best,
Marcy.
Ashley. Listen, thank
Yes.
you so much. You were one of the first people I asked. I knew you had a lot to contribute and a lot in a different
Thanks.
perspective. Thank you so much. Everybody who is not already following her, please follow at Unlock Creative _. Follow everything she's doing. She's doing some amazing things. A powerful, powerful, powerful woman. I'm so excited to know and call a friend. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your trip. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.